food, the music, the vibe. Kick off your summer at the Ohio Black Expo Riverfront Culture Fest. Tell your friends, share with family. There's no other place to be Memorial Day weekend. Celebrate Black excellence.
Plus 2 concerts featuring Tidra Moses, Talib Kweli, and Jay Rawls, the one and only Marsha Ambrosius, and more.
Experience the African diaspora at its finest. So go to OhioBlackExpo.com for tickets, updates, and more. Visit OhioBlackExpo.com. That's OhioBlackExpo.com.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
Peace, family. My name is Vicki Dillard for African Diaspora News Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Family, as you come in, be sure to give us a big thumbs up, and share this broadcast. We ask that you do that because it makes it more likely that other folks will receive notification so that we will know so that they will know that we're here. And how many of you all know that is so very important, because we are the counter voice to the establishment and mainstream media apparatus. Yes. And they have a vast multi-billion-dollar and frankly trillions of dollars over the years. And they have many decades and even centuries ahead of us in multiple forms of media. So when you share, beloved, you are strengthening our global Black voice. Yes. And for that, we say thank you so much, family. I won't be long, but I will be strong. Now, look, today I said, look, I'm not fixing to be I'm not pulling out a whole bunch of professorial books, scholastic things. I'm going to let the footage speak for itself today. Yes, family, y'all know I can be a Vicki and bam, my gavel, beloved, but at the same, and I can be, very scholarly and academic, but I really want to keep things simple today. And I'm going to explain to you why on the other side of a couple of these clips. Now, I want you to watch this brief clip here. And this was going to be really a part of a series that we're going to do. Now, why are we bringing this up? The purpose of us highlighting so much that's going on with the immigrant crisis here in the United States is because we're trying to get you all to see that it's not just about individual people from foreign lands. It's about an agenda to undermine and to destroy foundational Black Americans. Do you understand that? Under the guise of helping other folks. That's what we need you to focus on. That's the point you don't want to miss. And of course, there are many moving parts, because whenever you're dealing with billions and trillions of dollars and millions of people from different parts of the world, you better believe that there are going to be a whole lot of interest in this stuff from folks like BlackRock to media organizations and so many others. Yes. So I don't want you to miss that political parties and all that kind of stuff. As we've proven here on this network in no limit of time, that's a major issue. Yes, I'm going to break something down just very briefly, but I want the video today to speak for itself, and I don't want you to miss it. Now, this first clip, beloved, is from this Black man that wants us to confuse his Blackness with being one of us. Now, this man has found to actually be an op. Did you hear what I said? He is an op. He is, and I'm told directly from sources on the ground in Chicago, that he is a certified saboteur. Now, you will be out of your mind in the upcoming weeks and days to miss the Vicki Dillard broadcast, family. Y'all know we be breaking juicy news here, baby. And so in a few days, I'm going to have some information for you. I'm here live Tuesday through Thursday. So be sure, don't miss it. Tuesday through Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern. And I also do other commentary, family. We got a beautiful array of broadcasters from the United States and around the world. So you just want to go through the content, watch it, support me, and support my other colleagues. Yes? Now, family, this footage is from one of the Chicago city hall meetings, city council meetings, excuse me. Now, you all know there that the Black Chicagoans, the Foundation of Black Americans, also known as the FBAs there, among other terms that we use, freedmen and so forth and so forth and so on, they're on the ground and they're extremely active there. Yes. And I have done an exclusive interview recently on my channel at VickiDillard.tv with one of those ground soldiers, Miss Jessica Jackson. Now, this is not her, honestly, in this video, because I got a couple sources. Talk Black to me, somebody. Y'all know how we doing stuff. I just want to throw that out there. That's at Mississippi coming out of me. I like to be silly sometimes. I hope that's okay with you, family. But I want you to watch this clip that I was given from one of our soldiers on the ground there of them in a meeting, y'all, that took place not too long ago, in a city council meeting about the immigration crisis. Now, mind you, this was right before Chicago's mayor, as well as one of the mayors here in Colorado and a couple of other cities, were summoned to Washington, D.C. for a congressional hearing, yes, about these so-called sanctuary cities. I want y'all to get ready to watch this first clip of this Black-looking op, this saboteur, this Democrat plant. I'm going to explain to you why I said that more on the other side of the clip. I want you to watch this clip. Listen closely to what he says, family. I want you to listen closely because it's footage from our people on the ground. So they're going to give us the real footage. It's not cleaned up because they want you to see what's really going on, okay? So listen very closely, okay? Watch this clip.
My name is Leo Ricardo. I'm the leader of the RevCom Corps for the Emancipation of Humanity here in Chicago. We're calling on all of the decent people to say no. In the name of
Look at this.
humanity,
Look at
refuse
this.
to accept a fascist America.
Look at
To
this.
Stop Trump MAGA fascist program.
See, look at this.
Saying no to mass deportation.
Look at this, y'all.
Total somos ilegales. We are all illegals.
We ain't no illegal.
It's not city politics.
We not illegal.
Fascism, yes. Fascism is being inaugurated next week. Trump,
Look at
Homan,
this.
and their local lackeys like Raymond Lopez and Tavares are collaborators with this fascism. I want to make an example out of this sanctuary.
We're not
city
illegal,
as
homie,
a
right?
battering ram for massive roundups and deportations.
I'm gonna help them too.
They stopped his time.
All of the decent people who want to see an end to this oppression, to this madness, who don't want to see our immigrant brothers and sisters who have been forced to come here from all over the world,
What?
be rounded up and hauled off, and families destroyed because of that, need to stand up and flood the streets January 20th and 21st, saying no, in the name of humanity, we refuse to accept a fascist America. They want to make an example out of Chicago.
They going to. They going to, and we're going to help.
Well, I'll tell you what.
We're gonna help.
We need to make Chicago an example.
We will.
Of people finding their courage and their backbone.
It's gonna
Standing up with collective action and
Yes,
self-sacrifice.
but you gotta look at it, y'all.
With the goal and aim of defeating this fascism.
You got to look at it, y'all. This is the Black Democrat Party.
For everybody in the room today, particularly all of the bootlickers and MAGA Trump supporters here.
Trump,
All the black people and Latinos in Chicago who are caught up foolishly.
insult.
I'm gonna help them get you out of here.
White racists.
We're gonna help them get you out.
And wake up and get off of that garbage.
We're gonna help them.
Tom Holman.
Family, did you all hear that? Family. Family. Do not miss. I'll let you know in a few days. I'm going to expose this brother with receipts. And family, y'all know when we do the little exclusives here on African Diaspora News Channel. Yes. We known for that, baby. Don't get it twisted. I got some juicy, yummy footage where we're going to expose this guy. And when y'all see who he's directly connected to, y'all going to scream and holler. I ain't trying to mess up nothing. So don't you miss in the upcoming days. Yes. And you'll know it's part 2. But just know he has been connected Among other things, I got some more juicy stuff. I'm gonna give you one little juicy bit. There's a group on the ground there that's known as Revco in Chicago. Somebody said, give us the receipts, Vicki. I'm giving you the names. This gentleman is a part of the foot soldiers from the tethered immigrant class. Now, I don't normally use that term, but I'm letting you all know that's who his connection is directly, and we got the receipts. So he's with a whole other organization. The FBAs on the ground have busted him in times past as being one of the ones that was putting up these signs about foreigners and immigrants and all this other kind of stuff in other locations for other things. Y'all look, I'm about to bust. I'm trying to just shut up because it's going to be better when I give y'all the receipts. So family, this is an op that they infiltrated. Now the question you need to ask yourself, y'all heard other foundational Black Americans in the background and filling that venue saying what? He sat up there with a straight face and said, foundational Black Americans, us. He said, we're illegal immigrants. I need somebody in the chat to say woosah. Somebody say what? Family, you cannot respond to that with a regular, what did he say? No, that's not called for. Your demeanor cannot be normal for such an abnormal and outrageous comment. If you sit up there saying, what did he say? Baby, something wrong with you. Your body, the inflection of your voice, the decibels in which the volume goes to, if I even saying the right words right there, y'all, you can't be normal with that. Because what he said was so abnormal. Talk black to me, somebody. I said, talk black to me, somebody. His funny looking self had the nerve to say, we who created the United States of America, built the United States of America, built its infrastructure, worked its grounds, worked its lands, died, suffered, and bled. He said, we're illegals too. Did y'all hear that? Then he had the nerve to say that the illegals, the criminals that violated law to get here, are our brothers and sisters. He didn't stop there. He said, we need to help stop the deportations. We need to be against the deportations. Family. He was dressed. Y'all see how he was dressed, don't you? He had a real strong beard. Can't see nothing. His face, no skin, could hardly see. He had them glasses on. He had that hat and stuff. And you could tell he was trying to work real hard to look the part, which he don't look nothing like us. Because the first thing we know, if you one of us, and we talking about your energy, your spirit. This is the reason why when folks first started saying, like, for example, Kamala Harris is not black, before they started digging into her past and started to connect her with the Brahmin Indian heritage and all that stuff, and went through all the rivers and through the woods, the first thing black folks were saying was not that she wasn't black because she don't have no melanin. Y'all know we say that to people that's got the blackest of black skin in the United States. We'll tell you, you ain't black. That's a phrase that we use when your energy and your vibration is off. When you are not for things that you know are just and right for black folks, we will always tell somebody amongst us that we know darn well was born and raised in the dirty South. Mom and daddy went through Jim Crow slavery, can prove to no limit of time. We'll tell that person that they not black if they not about that life of justice for us. Stop playing dumb. So his energy is off. And then he's sitting up there with a little piece of paper, sitting up there trying to, use, was it Latin phrases and stuff? To say whatever phrase, I don't even know what language he was using. He went and used some phrase to say we all illegal immigrants. You got to be out of your mind. That is highly disrespectful, family. And this is when y'all like to say we're being divisive when we draw those distinctions. When you do dumb stuff like that, say oppie stuff like that. When you are proving yourself to be a saboteur with that statement, you're saying that our sacrifice for this country is worth nothing. You're telling us to get over it and shut up. And we can't do that. Now, I'm going to bring up something here. When I was talking about one of my sisters that's on the ground, there are several. But I'm talking about my most recent interview with the wonderful sister Jessica Jackson that I had on my channel. One of the things that she and I discussed, which I thought was a brilliant point, that she brought up in the process of our interview. And I want to remind you all of this now. I'm going to take it. I said I was going to go deep. I'm not. I promise you. I'm not going to do no bunch of articles and all that because I got another video I want you to see in just a second. But one of the things I want to remind this funny looking op, this plant that's trying to supplant our just and righteous reparations demand, when he said we was all illegal immigrants. No, baby. We're not all illegal immigrants. And notice he didn't say we was all immigrants, y'all. Did y'all notice that, family? I wish I could see the chat, but I got to read something to you real quick because I want to remind y'all of something too. He said we were all illegal immigrants, right? Watch this. The devil is crazy. The real devil is crazy. How many of us know, and I'm just getting the general reading here from an online encyclopedia, slavery was legal in the United States, particularly in the South, from its founding in 1776 until the ratification of the 13th Amendment in 1865, which abolished it except as punishment for a crime. Mr. Tether from Revco and another place that we getting ready to bust you and expose you for in a little bit. Give me a few days, family, for that footage. Y'all know it's got to be right. I just can't run my mouth with just talking. It's going to be powerful about talking, but I want y'all to see the receipts that we got on him as a part two. When he says that we, Black Americans, those of us, there was some of our native family that was already here, but a lot of us were brought from the continent of Africa, right? Even those of us that was brought from the continent of Africa, how many of y'all know slavery was legal? Legal is not the same as right. Legal is not the same as just. Legal is not the same of whether something is civilized. But we were legal in slavery. Somebody put some gavels in the chat. Somebody put some hammers in the chat. You gotta be out of your mind. For us, baby, it was in the Constitution and part of the founding of this country. The section that says legal status. In the early years of the United States, slavery was a legal institution, particularly in the southern states where it was deeply intertwined with the economy and social structures. Don't play with us. I said, don't you play with us. From its founding in 1776. You better not never fix your lips to disrespect our ancestors, to throw us in the same boat so that you can ignore our issues. It's not because we think we better. It's not because we don't want to associate with the other Black people. No, you want to throw us in the same group with you so that our needs go unmet, and we ain't having it. You want us to blend in so that you can get all the tangibles. You can keep getting the billions of dollars and the other benefits that we bled for while we get nothing. We knew it was a matter of law. Why? Because the 13th Amendment of the United States Constitution was ratified in what? 1865. Somebody give him these receipts. Which formally abolished slavery and involuntary servitude, except as punishment for a crime. And how many of you all know we think that's still diabolical, that slavery is still an institution in the United States, even as a punishment for crime? Because that's why they create certain crimes so they can trap you in their system. That's another story, but I'm just making it clear. You better not ever fix your lips to say that. There are many other technical reasons that we can prove why we're not illegal immigrants, but I'm trying to keep it real technical. Since y'all want to go legal, don't play with me, baby. Slavery was legal, and we ain't gonna let you forget it. I got to get ready to go in a few minutes. If the team would get ready to do me a favor, I want y'all to get ready for me to play this second clip. I'm going to keep it short today, baby. I told you I'm not going to be putting out big books today, 300, 400-page books, 200-page books. Watch this. I want us to get ready to play this video because in a few days, not yet, but in a few days, when I do part 2 for this, I'm going to connect the dots with who this person that you're getting ready to see, at least the congressional group he's connected to, we're going to expose. Watch this next clip, family.
Being an immigrant to this country, and yet there's been resistance throughout our history, unless we needed cheap labor to build the Transcontinental Railroad when we invited Chinese workers to come in. We treated them, unfortunately, in an inhumane fashion and didn't give them largely eligibility to become citizens. But we needed the labor, we needed the workers. It's happened many times before. What troubles me about the debate now about the southern border is it is one half of the immigration equation. Yes, we need order at the border. Yes, we need to have changes in the laws that reflect the reality of the overwhelming numbers from all over the world who are coming to our shores and our border. But there is also an incredible demand for legal immigration into this country even now. The presiding officer, my colleague from the state of Illinois, has legislation which addresses one aspect of that. Her bill, and I hope I describe it accurately, says that if you're an undocumented person in this country and you can pass the physical and the required test, background test, the like, you can serve in our military, and if you do it honorably, we will make you citizens of the United States. Do we need that? Do you know what the recruiting numbers are at the Army and the Navy and the Air Force? They can't reach their quotas each month. They can't find enough people to join our military forces. And there are those who are undocumented who want the chance to serve and risk their lives for this country. Should we give them the chance? I think we should.
Family, somebody say, what? That's one of them ones where when you watch it, hear something, you can't be talking about what did he say? You can't say in a calm voice, I can't believe he said that. You can't say, did he really just say what I think he just said? No, you gotta say, what? Dick Durbin, forgive me. I'm gonna go back later. I gotta run some errands after this, family. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna hear from some of y'all. So I'll be able to look at some of the stuff that you say. I want y'all to tell me, please, somebody put it in the chat. Is Dick Durbin a senator from Illinois? The same state that Chicago, the city of Chicago is in? This clip that you just saw him say, that you just saw, that brief clip, where he is in Congress on the congressional floor, conflating legal immigration with illegal immigration, acknowledging, well, yeah, we do need to deal with legal immigration, but at the same time, yeah, we need order at the border. But. Do you see what I mean when I tell you all that there are multiple different motives for why they are intentionally allowing these criminals to come here? Do you hear what he just admitted there? The United States of America is the world's #1 empire. When you are conducting an unjust empire where you're stealing people's resources and exploiting them, you have to have soldiers to enforce your theft and your mass murder. What did I say right there? Let me hit the gavel on that. How many of you all know you've got to have soldiers, global police, the bullies with weapons to make sure that you don't get out of line? Why do you think the United States of America has just under 1,000 bases and installations around the world? We're not exporters of goods and services like China and other countries. Our #1 export is war and weapons. We don't export stuff made in America back in the day like we used to. And he just told you one of the agendas that they want to expedite. One of the main agendas for expediting illegal immigrants and allowing them to come unchecked is so they can turn around as a lawmaker and make it legal so that they can use them for the military. Why? Because America, her ability to recruit and to maintain her quotas for soldiers is down. It's low. That's a different story. But how many of y'all know a lot of folks are sick? Too many people are older, and they don't have the prestige of the military like they used to anymore to recruit back in the day, like they did back in the day. Watch this. Dick Durbin, who's your lawmaker, who is supposed to uphold the laws that are on the book, is shrugging his shoulders at it. Do you all understand that when he's sitting there saying, we're going to give him full membership, citizenship? How many of y'all know that with the military comes grants for college? How many of y'all know benefits for families come through that? How many know you're going to be taken care of healthcare wise? And how many of you all know that it's all kind of other, what they call pork, that's likely going to be in those immigration bills? How many of y'all know that pork in America, the United States, that's an actual legal term? That means when they throw in extra stuff that ain't really got nothing to do with the original intent of a bill. When you see certain senators and Congress people, when they sign on to something, and if they only need one or two other senators, and if that senator know if they hold out that the whole bill won't go through, so they'll tell them, hey, add this $500,000 so that I can take this back to people in my county that make them look good, keep them in office. So if they tuck that in, they tuck it in under a different name. Talk black to me, somebody. How many of y'all know it's going to be all kind of pork in them immigration bills? And you heard it straight from the floor of a long-serving, high-ranking Dick Durbin out of Illinois. And do you all understand that when they do that, they're trying? That's another effort of them clearing the illegal status of the migrants that came here and violate the law, that are criminals. How come Dick Durbin ain't on the floor saying, let's make all petty, non-violent crimes of foundation of Black Americans, let's clear their records to make it easier for them to get government, to get jobs and insurance and housing and all that stuff? Do you all understand what's going on? You can imagine how part 2 gonna be. I'm done. I am not gonna pull out another article. I'm not gonna pull out no books. I'm not gonna give you any other constitutional or legal references. Let the video footage that you just saw today speak for itself. And stay tuned for my upcoming video. When I say this part 2, y'all better not miss it, because y'all gonna be screaming and hollering when you see the footage that we have and who we gonna connect. That op that you just saw, that I just told you was from Revco, baby, he got a history. And our people on the ground got the receipts to prove it. The Democrats allowed this infiltrator in to that meeting where you saw an overwhelming number of packed house. Were y'all watching, were y'all looking at footage from a club? Were you looking at footage from a movie? That is deep political engagement by Black Americans, and they don't like it, which is why I did multiple broadcasts showing how the Democrats tried to punish them for being politically involved. And so when that didn't work, they bring in an infiltrator. Who is they? You got to wait until I announce what I'm doing part 2. My name is Vicki Dillard, beloved. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to go to my website and check out my products and services at VickiPlanet.com. That's VickiPlanet.com. Don't miss Brother Phil's live